He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Offense in a bunch formation. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Rushes on him. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
You usually want to start a game when you come into a hostile environment with a great first drive. Get some momentum, quiet the crowd. Palmer, the exact opposite. On the road, and you make a big mistake on it.
Yeah, I love coming into a hostile environment, trying to be aggressive from jump. But that interception was like giving every single fan here in the stadium a triple shot of espresso. They are going crazy right now after getting that interception.
Got it in the middle, it's Finley. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
All right, so now you're in this 3rd down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that, too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's 4th down. 4th down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
4th and goal from the 3. Let's see what this offense can dial up from here. Trying to bull his way in. Will not be able to turn the corner. He was fighting for that yardage, and he is stopped short. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Wide receiver going in motion. Back to pass, it's Russell. Punts it out of the air. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
That had to be a coverage bust because there is no way one of the best receivers in the country was that wide open. Somebody on defense wasn't where they were supposed to be. They had their eyes in the wrong place. That should not happen ever.
Throwing right. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit and coverage that forces the incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Unloads it left. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
You know, these throws to the perimeter of the field can be so tricky for a quarterback. You've got to be pinpoint accurate and have great timing. You didn't see it there from the QB.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. They'll stop him at the 24, and that brings up 4th down. Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Pulls it in. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 30. The Red Raiders racing to the line in the hurry up. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called. And the Red Raiders are moving quickly down the field. Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. Leaves it with the back. Breaks into the open. He's at the 40. The 20. He's at the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down, lost the throw. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking downfield, it's Lagway. Going downfield for the big play. Caught at the 25. And he picks up enough for the first down. We'll see if they get another snap here in the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Texas Tech is on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. The give on the inside. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. The Tide trying to pay off this red zone trip. Off the play fake. Right down the middle. He caught it. And he will score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. And that extra point leaves us deadlocked here in the second. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Tight end getting vertical. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lick.
And listen, I know he just got rocked, but he held onto the football and got the first down. So when he can get up, he has the strength to get back up. Nothing to be worried about. Nice play, nice catch. Don't worry about that big stick. I got the first down. Signal that thing for me and celebrate.
Finds a man on the left. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. So, Jesse, they're able to connect on the crossing route against the zone. You run that pattern against that coverage. What do you have to keep in mind?
Well, the receiver needs to know where the soft spot is in the defense so he can gear himself down, and the quarterback, Reese, has to play with great timing because if he's too early or too late on the throw, that might get picked.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Back to throw, it's Russell. He's got it and still on his feet. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. The Red Raiders in the hurry-up. Takes the handoff, it's Scott. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Red Raiders!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bringing it back. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Fires to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
The play action fake. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. From the gun, Give on the inside. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of gains all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He's got it, 1st down and more. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the 1st down. Nothing to worry about.
Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. On the run, it's Allen. Headed to the end zone, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown Tide!
Nice job putting the drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Singleton. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Out of the gun to give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Quick tempo, no huddle offense, second down, clock's running. Jump the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on second down. Looking to pass, it's Russell. Pressure coming. With the catch, it's Scott. Quick step and go. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to go up top on first down. Under fire. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
One more snap coming before halftime. From the shotgun, the inside give. There he goes. Inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Red Raiders. He got a step and just dusted the field.
And that is going to leave the head coach scratching his head. The final play of the first half, your opponent runs the ball, and you can't tackle him and get him down with all those bodies back playing prevent. That is a terrible job of defense. And to add insult to injury, you've now given up the lead.
And he made the extra point without problem. And the Red Raiders will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on third and short. To the air, it's Lagway. Makes the grab. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Tide with the 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Oh, he wants it all. Grabs it up to 25 in stride. Touchdown, Bama! Oh, that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
Extra point here will tie the game. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the points come in a lightning strike, a 70-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Singleton. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this. Oh, he's got some space. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground. He gets north fast.
To throw, it's Russell. Unloads to the wideout. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. This has been a tight one, third quarter, all tied up. It's now 2nd and 10. Off play action. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35.
And that receiver had nobody around. That has got to be embarrassing for the defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
Big plays like that makes play calling so much easier. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 34. Quick completion on the outlet. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Unloads quickly. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Quarterback on the keeper. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. It's complete! Goes out of bounds, but they'll be set up with a 1st and goal.
Well, that play was designed for that down and distance, right? You saw how he barely got enough to pick up the 1st. Really nice job by the play caller there, understanding the situation of what play to dial up.
They're working that left side. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And with that one, they jump on top here in the 2nd half.
Well, I love the decision-making by the quarterback, going to his go-to receiver in that situation of the game, but defense, come on. You got to know that's the guy the QB is looking for.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So it's an 80-yard drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Fires to the right. On target over the middle. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Would they go for a big play on 1st and 10? He leaves it with the back. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Finley. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to burn this defensive back. Snags it inside the 20. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. That's the end of the period, and it's Texas Tech holding the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. So first down, we'll open up the final period. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Quick release on the RPO. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Alabama! This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting. Had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
And he knocks it through for the tie here in the fourth quarter. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. He's got an open man. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Looking for room. It's Scott. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The Red Raiders moving quickly to the line.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football.
Turning it on. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all of the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
The clock has stopped for the timeout, and we have reached the final 2 minutes in this one. If they tried the field goal from here, it would be 53 yards. They'd love to help the kicker out on 3rd down. Gets the back moving. Dropping back, it's Russell. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. It's the fourth quarter. It's a tie ball game. You need a stop. What an unbelievable job forcing the interception.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the fourth quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football. And they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best. And that time, they were able to force an incompletion.
Spins away from the defense. And that stiff arm is a weapon for this runner. He uses it and picks up a 1st down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
3rd and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
They not only need to pick up this 1st down, they need to do it quickly, David.
And they got some yards on 3rd down, so now the 4th down is a little bit easier, but late in the ball game, man, it's go time. We need points. We got to get back in this football game.
Going for it on 4th down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down and you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
Complete in the middle. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. Score is deadlocked, and we're running out of time. Scanning the field, it's Russell. Quickly out to the tight end. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a 1st down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They'll snap it from the 26 on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end.
This just looks like a different quarterback at this point of the game. We've seen a little bit of up and down play from him so far, but right now, lights out on this 2-minute drive. 3 for 3 so far. He's got this offense humming.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. And the Red Raiders are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. Get as far as you can and then get down. Don't take that hit. Timeout is called with just a single second left. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Timeout is called with just a single second left. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. It'll all be decided right here. Win or lose on this kick. No good. Now the pressure switches to their defense. They've got to get a stop. Nothing to work with as they try to force another round of OT. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Paul. We're like, you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the 3rd overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays. Back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
Touchdown, Red Raiders! They strike first here in overtime.
Man, you talk about striking first and creating some momentum in overtime. The first play, you take it to the house and you flip the whole game and put all the pressure on the other sideline, Palmer. That's how you start an OT.
Yeah, and David, that's just 11 guys on offense locked in. First play, score a touchdown, put all the pressure on your opponent. They understand what it's going to take to win this football game.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. They'll send the back in motion. Dropping back, it's Lagway. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Looking left. Got it! They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
And with that pass right there, dude, he goes over 350 on the day. Nice performance. This QB's been dialed in.
1st and goal as they try to answer with a touchdown of their own. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They got the score. Now to see if they go for the win or the tie.
Obviously, very hard to complete passes this area of the field. Nice execution. Now you're down by 1, and now you got to make the decision. Are we going to go for it and try to end the game right here and put this game in our offense's hands? What do you think?
And that's why I love having the ball second, because I get the opportunity to do this. I knew they scored a touchdown. We scored a touchdown. Now, do I want to go for the win, or do I want to continue this game on? It's so nice to have the ball second.
Here in the second overtime, they'll snap it on first down. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the wideout. If he runs this back, this game's over. And, man, just a soul-crushing turnover by this offense here in overtime.
It's so tough throwing the ball down in this area of the field, right? The windows are so much smaller, and they open and they close so much quicker. You've got to be so precise with timing and accuracy if you're the quarterback. And that time, it came back.
Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. The Red Raiders want to pick up the tempo. They're going to ride this running back.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Defense going to use a timeout here to make sure everyone is crystal clear on their assignment here in overtime. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Give to the back. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
Man, you play the whole game. Now it's coming down to what? A couple of plays. It's in overtime. You're starting to move the ball closer to the opponent's end zone. Got to make a play. Got to protect the football. What's your go-to play after watching this whole game develop?
Now third down, and they just don't want to move backwards to give their kicker a chance to win it in OT. It'll be a run on third and short. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The offense will use a timeout with a critical down coming in overtime. Here comes the field goal unit, and they can win it with a chip shot. And that'll do it. Ball game called in double OT.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The drama built throughout this game, memorable plays, and then finally the gut-wrenching loss at the end in overtime.
This coaching staff is going to look back at the overtime, and they're going to wish they had called some different plays. They had some things set up, but ultimately, with games like this that come down to the wire, you got to be able to dial up plays to win. I don't think this coaching staff did a great job.
And it's so frustrating to get to this point and make enough plays to be in the game, to come up short in overtime. I'd almost rather get blown out or this game decided in regulation. Just very